BVI Channel 1. I am Associate Peters. Today I have a very important guest right here on Matters Arising to discuss very important issues relating to the activities of the youth, the involvement of the youth in the affairs that affects them. I have today a political and social activist right here with me. She is a lady with a lion heart, and I am pleased to have and to introduce Chioma right here on the program. Welcome to today's program.
Thank you very much.
We've heard about you, so that's why we decided to bring you right here on Matters Arising. But before we go into the program in detail, tell me more of yourself. I just want to get it from, I'm not trying to call you an animal, but from the first 6 months.
Okay, my name is Comrade Chioma. I'm a Nollywood actress. I'm also a social and political activist. I'm the convener of YDI Youth Development Initiative. Youth Development Initiative is a non-governmental organization, non-partisan organization that looks out to sensitize and reorientate young people on issues bordering around nation building. And this initiative partners with National Youth Council, of course, our Mudonju movement, and a whole lot of other, organizations that deals with young minds.
When I heard about you, I thought you were the caliber of the set of somebody like Obvious and them. So the day I met you, I was astonished to see that it's a young girl, she's a miss. In case you don't know.
Yeah,
So she's doing this work so with full of energy. You are putting in all your strength in trying to get the youth involved and trying to change the society and add value to humanity. Now, considering the kind of age we are into and the kind of youth we have, especially in Nigeria, looking at their involvement in affairs that affects them politically, socially, and spiritually. As it is today, the political structure, it is no longer a news that the Nigerian political leadership is a failure. Now, but the youths who are supposed to be the energy to effect change, like we've seen from the Arab Spring and all the rest of them, the youths ignite revolution, not bloody revolution, but a political revolution to change the leadership structure. What have you done so far to effect that change?
Well, it's not an easy journey for me, but I looked at it, I looked around my environment, and I realized that everybody is talking too much. People find it easier to sit in their comfort zone and condemn government, but I said to myself, if it takes for me to come out and challenge young people like me, the status quo needs to change, but it can't change if you sit at home and watch. That was why I came out. I had to leave my comfort zone, and I started this initiative. Yes, that was what gave birth to YDI. And I said this initiative is going to serve as a medium or a platform to mobilize young people solely, for positive change. Not the kind of change where they promise us, the kind of change where we are strong determinants of whatever our tomorrow is. Now, what is our focus point? Political participation. And we think this is very critical because we've come to realize that a whole lot of young people are detached from the reality, from governance and politics. It's now an issue where the youths are just watching, and we keep having a reputation of the same people. The same cabal who we've seen over the years are still the people in power up till today. What's happening? Does it mean we have we have young people who are not up to the task? That's the question. Are we not capable of, if these people have been in power for such a long time and haven't done anything physically positive for Nigeria to move to the next level, we're don't we, the young people, give ourselves a chance? If the chance is not given to us, why can't we go and take the bull by its horn and create the space for ourselves?
Okay, now we're talking about having or creating the opportunity or having the capability to launch the youth into sensitive positions. Have you considered the poverty level, the illiteracy level, which by proxy, directly or indirectly, the youths are the victims of the failure of Nigeria today? Why do I say that? When you look at the poverty level, you see not just financial aspect of poverty, but mental poverty. Now, when the people's heart and soul has been broken, they keep throwing the towel that makes someone to sell his vote for just 1,000 naira because of hunger. Now, looking at the situation as it is today, do you think that there is hope in Nigeria? Because some section of people believe there is no hope, and the only way out is to pull out from Nigeria. So, what's your opinion on that?
Well, sincerely, pulling out could sound like an option or like something that will bring about solution. But then again, I keep asking myself, what is actually the problem? What has impoverished us for so long? What has put us, as a third world economy where poverty is at its highest, And I came to realize that it is bad leadership, tribal sentiment, religious sentiment. These are the few issues, corruption, few issues that have been, keeping us stagnant for a long time. Now, these issues, how can we liberate ourselves from these issues, or where do the youths come in? Just like you pointed out, youths collecting money in exchange for votes. Most times, I don't think this is an issue of hunger. I don't think. Yes, some people are hungry. People need money. People need food for their, it's a basic necessity of life. But then again, think about it. Some of the people who collect money are people who also have their businesses thriving. I don't think it's an issue of hunger. I think this is an issue of unpatriotism. People don't see Nigeria as an entity that is theirs. People don't see Nigeria as a country to love. People are not passionate about building this country. Most people, our celebrities, want to take advantage of the population, the numbers, to sell their products. Of course, our politicians are taking advantage of the docility, the attitude of the young people to keep thriving in a corrupt system. So the basic issue right here is everybody is taking and nobody is giving. No country can thrive without passion. The only thing that can make a young lady like me to come out and start speaking about is because I have the passion in me. How many people have that passion? How many people believe that Nigeria will be good again? Look at the statistics about you. Just go on social media and do your research. When you talk about corruption, every other person, every other young person is saying, I can't wait for my turn. I will still pass them. So what is the way, really? What's the way? Because if young people are waiting for their own chance to do even more than or better than our leaders have done, where do you think we're headed? So I think until and unless we see Nigeria as an entity of ours, until then, anything good comes this way. But if we don't see Nigeria as an entity of ours, with the Igbo, the Hausa man, the Yoruba man, the Fulani man, all tribes together as one, what are we doing together? If we don't see this country as a country that is our own, like the American will say, I'm American. It doesn't matter where I come from. It doesn't matter if I'm Indian or white or black. I'm American. Where an American soldier goes to stick his neck for America. Where even just a flag matters. Where one citizen, the life of a citizen matters so much. If Nigerians will start seeing Nigeria or start fighting for Nigeria in that direction, especially Nigerian youths, until then, trust me, we're just joking.
Actually, you strike a chord there, patriotism, and actually that is the problem of Nigeria today. An average Nigerian cannot be patriotic to a country that cannot provide the basic need for them. But from the time you are born to the time you are retired, there is no single value the government of the state of Nigeria adds to its citizens or to our citizens. That is where the unpatriotic nature of an average Nigerian starts. Let me give you an instance. You were a young girl. After they gave birth to you, your parents tried so hard to put you through school. Then after school, you stay at home for 5 years under the training or under the care of your parents, who will continue to take care of because you got no job. Then eventually, when you apply for a job, because you are from a section of Nigeria, because of federal character principle, they will tell you you are not qualified, or they will sideline you because of where you're coming from. Where some part of Nigeria is more important than the other sides of Nigeria. When one side of Nigeria is ponderous over other sides of Nigeria. Talking about the army, the social workers, the public servants, the army especially, who go out there to confront death for their dear country. You mentioned America. An average American soldier, in fact from birth, they want to go and die for America because their life has been secured. You understand? So, looking at all this, the other time we heard about the pension, the money people have saved up for pension, got missing. And people who have worked all their life and retired will no longer have access to their pension. Then how can someone, looking at this whole scenario, be patriotic? Now, if that is the case, we are looking at the solution. Because you have to convince people beyond every reasonable doubt that if you are talking about Nigerian project, how will Nigerian project work practically?
Okay. I'm just going to say one word. Our mumu don't do. You know the problem?
Okay.
When a deadlock. We're not, you want to break out. When you break out, how sure are you you're going to have good leaders? What's the guarantee? What's the guarantee when a region or a section of Nigeria breaks out and creates their own state? What guarantee do you have that we're not still going to be stuck in with bad leaders, with corrupt leaders?
Okay.
Now, let's assume it's a dead end. What do we do moving forward? That is what brings us to the point, like I said, our mumu don't do. Our parents used to sit back, lay their back, and just kept saying, "You go better, you go better." See, change is constant. We need a different approach, and this approach must come from the youth. It is us that will move with a different strategy on how. See, the problem is the same, like I said, the same set of brains. Things are changing. This is the 21st century. Other countries are thinking about other things, to move there. But we're still here. We're still talking about leaders that are as old as 70, 80 in our Senate, in our federal house, as a president. Look at the kind of leaders we have. They are worn out. How much can these people give to us? So my point is, which is why we make participation, youth political participation as the key, topic here.
Okay.
The youth need to start. They need to just tell themselves the truth.
Yeah.
Now the approach is, this is a democratic government. In a democratic government, there are structures and there are levels. The head can operate without the neck. How much are we questioning this? It's not enough to say, well, they have failed me. Let me take my own, let me take my courts. During campaigns, let me just take that 2,000, that 5,000. You take 5,000, you eating your democracy. Your dividends of democracy, you're just eating it right there. Because whomever that will give you 5,000 will give another 1 million people. Imagine how much that money will accumulate to. So it is high time we tell ourselves, it's better I go hungry today, but secure my future. Because there's no way out if not to fix this country. Look at the ones that try to go to Libya. What happened to them? There's no other place for us. The people outside, they're even chasing us. They're locking us out. They won't let us come in. So this is the only option we have. That is why we need to fix it, and we need to start now. And starting it starts with getting involved. How do you get involved? Go to parties, register, form cells, form groups, join movements. Our Mumu Don't Do is a movement where that is easily accessible. Get their necks and sacrificing time and resources. Don't just sit back and cuss at them. A Charlie boy goes and he's campaigning for you, and all you do is look at how he's dressed, or side talks. Enough of that. Let's join forces with people who already are making sacrifices. Let's don't sit and say there's nothing. Nigeria don't bad, you don't bad. No, it never bad. Finish. Okay. There is hope, and hope begins with youth like me who are very energetic and strong, coming out to say enough is enough. And it starts with your local government chairman, it starts with your House of Assembly, your House of Rep, your senator, your governor. Everybody is questionable. Why? Because they are all entitled to funds, allocations. So what are they doing with it? It's not like we're exonerating the president. Question the president, good, but please question your governors. Question government around you. That is where it starts. And that is the only way the dividends of democracy will get to everybody.
All right, thank you very much. You've dealt with the issues very, very soundly. And the viewers out there, they've caught a glimpse of what we are trying to put out there because of want of time. We'll be cutting it off on this edition, and we hope we're going to get you back. But before we go, I believe there's something you say about the involvement of the youth and the need for them to go in and not throw in the towel, saying that Nigeria is bad enough and nothing we can do about it. I think it's a big vicious cycle. When a politician comes to you to give you money for vote, he has taken that money, he has stockpiled that money from public fund, from his previous tenure, so that he will go in and continue his business of accumulating primitive wealth. You understand? And as a result of that, those money were money that would have been used to provide good roads, schools, and the rest of them. So so I think it's a vicious cycle. And until the youths, actually what you're saying, until the youths lock up their neck, it's not about hunger, it's about attitude. For someone to come up and say enough is enough, and I think that is what the Mumu Don't Do is about to do. And I believe the youth out there should encourage it and stop watching Big Brother Nigeria. That one is just
it breaks my heart.
It's something else. And because if you look at the money they are earning there,
how can you give someone who goes for a Big Brother show 45 million and give a graduate of first class 5,000?
It's a very it's a point.
That means you're telling everybody to just go and misbehave.
That is the side, we say, the defects of the society we are into today. But I believe, like you said, even our brothers who are agitating for Biafra, Oduduwa Republic, even the Boko Haram people who are agitating for Islamic country, the truth of the matter remains when you said that even if you succeed in getting or succeeding or pulling out with this same current structure, the same people will hijack power and continue. So it will be a matter of thank you for being part of this program. I really appreciate the time we had together, and I hope you are going to be back there. My esteemed viewers, you've had it all from Chioma, and my ears are not bigger than yours. I believe you've had it all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be getting insightful, expository programs from this platform. Don't forget, we see it, we say it the way it is. We are not sentimental, and we are not here for propaganda. We are here to inform you better. Don't forget that information is power. So that's what we're doing here, empowering our people through the right information. From the description below, don't forget to get our app. You have the Android, the Windows, and the iOS. The link is down there. Get there, and you have all the information at the tips of your finger. Till I come your way next time, I still remain Associated Peters. Stay safe, and above all, God bless you. Goodbye.